warning. What is that for? What? I didn't do nothing. Oh, I didn't do nothing. Where you at? You like that title yesterday? Put donation goal, $2 million. $2 million donation goal. All right. Where y'all at? Is it public? Yep. No, don't private it. You gotta publish it. You didn't publish it. All right, go on the other one over there. You can do the thing. All right, I'm gonna go live on this one. Not muted. What link? Copy it. That's just go Facebook. What's on your mind? What line are you on with? I did. I shared. Hey, where you at? You going on the other one? You can talk to him. Yeah, you can talk to him. Hey, how you doing? Hold on. I ain't step. But you can talk to him. That's the old. What? Alright, let's go. Alright. Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? Jennifer, Chris, where's Frank at? Don't see Frank. Don't see Frank. World's worst. Wants a show and don't show up. What? Wants a show and don't show up. That sounds like a country song. Hello? Alright, let's go on here and share this out. Maybe Frank will get the alert. Maybe he won't. Drizzy's got us on a new platform. He's trying new things out. That Truth Social is live. You can sign up for it now. Go to the App Store, download Truth Social, and get on board. President Trump, that's his social media platform. His own platform. He said, y'all ain't gonna stop me, bitches. I'll go buy my own shit. That's how you do it when you a boss. Brandon don't know nothing about that. Who? That guy up there in the White House. Some people call him Joe. Some people call him Joe. Got the folks up in Canada whooping the shit out of their citizens, stealing their money, taking all their money. I don't know why they're taking their money. Freezing bank accounts. That's what's going to happen down here. Y'all better wake up. They don't like your opinions or your views on shit. Freeze his account. Go to the bank and freeze. You go in there and try to slide your card. Your account's been frozen, you traitor. What do you mean, traitor? I'm just out here protesting. If you ain't setting fire to shit and busting windows and killing people, you're a traitor. Now, them guys that's burning shit and tearing up things and setting fire, them are the real good guys. Remember when they did that Black Lives Matter Antifa? I remember the fires in the background. It's mostly peaceful. Antifa last night had a shootout up there in Portland with a homeowner. Somebody got killed. 5 others was wounded. Ain't no telling. But Antifa, you know, them some good guys. Most of them got the crazy looking hair colors and nose piercings everywhere on their face. Will you cover me up? I can't see. Drew's in the background, messing with stuff. News, what is that? Notepad? All right, let me get this shared out. We can get some folks up in here. One of them will post a damn, put the number on there. I'll bless the truck drivers. That's right. You ain't got no truck drivers. You ain't got shit in the store. They're up there pulling people out of their trucks in Canada, running over old ladies with horses. We may have some issues with this stream because Drizzy's drunk. He's drunk as old Cooter Brown in the background. Called me up and said, hey, I said, what you been drinking, Drizzy? He said, some alcohol. I said, okay, let's do a show. Wells, what's up? Frank, what are you doing? Melba, thanks for the share. Somebody post a number on there and I'll pin it. It's hanging on the wall over here behind my fella. That's my buddy right there. That thing shit looks cool though. If you was over here on the YouTube side, you could see what I'm talking about. Y'all see the green screen and shit. They see the cool shit that's hanging behind me on the green screen. When it comes to gaming, what? Redo what? I don't know what he's talking about. Laura. I got 2 different Lauras on there. I got a Laura Dobson and a Laura Small. I wondered if they're cousins. Well, no, Jamie, I got 2 different last names. Trucking is the backbone of the world. Everything you touch comes off one of them trucks. I don't care what country you live in. It's been on a truck at one time or another. Redo the stream. You got to do the stream labs again to do the game? Hold on a minute now. We can't be doing that because I like the game. This is the highest. Oh, this is the highest quality video on our channel. This is the highest quality. This live is. Honk honk. That's right. Blow your horn for truck drivers. Now there are a bunch of truck drivers that's supposed to be going from California to Washington to, I reckon, like show solidarity with the truckers of Canada. Can't wait for that to happen. I think that's supposed to happen in March. Frank said he loves mother truckers. Mother trucker? Better get your ass out of here. This is in 1080 XP or 1080p. Whatever that is. All right, let's see what we got going on in the news. I'm going to make this small for you, Drizzy. Do it like this. Go to the news channel. See how that flipped up? That was sweet. Putin orders peacekeeping forces into two pro-Russian regions in Ukraine after Biden said he'd hit them with sanctions. I'm going to put sanctions on you because you're doing things over there in your country. Can't do shit over here in this country. But sends Kamala Harris over yonder to worry about the Ukrainian border. Don't give a rat's ass about our southern border where people are just walking across. But they will go to Ukraine and send troops to stop people from crossing Ukrainian borders. Why is that? Well, let's ask Joe Biden. You might want to ask Hunter. Nancy Pelosi's son, Mitt Romney's son, and I think there was another one that had a son over there in the energy business that was raking in millions and bringing it back over here and shelling it out to the people at the top. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. Guess what's happened when you got Bitcoin? They can't do that to you. Now I wish Drizzy could pull up X22 reports last night on the first video. Because it was Nunchuck because Canada was trying to tell Nunchuck to seize their money in Bitcoin. And Nunchuck told them, said, we don't do that. We don't seize money. We ain't part of the evil cabal. We got ads limited. Oh, why they limiting ads? They don't like us talking about what we talk about over here. And they're shutting us all down, so that's cool. We'll go to the Truth Social when it pops up online. And all of these platforms right here, y'all can all sync. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Any of y'all bitches that regulate somebody's free speech, I hope you crash and burn. Why, Jamie? Because I don't like people telling me I can't say what I think. Jody, I'm doing a show. Doing a show. You can't call me on the phone. You got to come down here. Doing a show. What's up? How y'all doing, Tommy? Katie Barker's watching. Hey. Hey, Katie. Katie. Dr. Drizzy's on there. Probably won't be on long. Hopefully we don't get no strike. Got a hard strike last time. Frank don't never come over and do no thumbs up on the gaming channel. What's up with that, Frank? Mordecai, what's up, man? How you doing? Keith Richardson. Ain't that a guitar player for the Stones? Have to have those yellow icons because it's bad in YouTube. I don't see no yellow icons. Don't see none. I don't see them. Oh, it's limited. Limited eligibility on the ads because they don't want us making no money. They're going to seize my bank account. They're going to seize it. Susie's listening. How you doing, Susie? Patricia, what's up, girl? How you doing? I'm going to speak my mind. I ain't going to shut up. I got a problem listening to authority figures. That's what my daddy used to tell me. Oh, it's poor. Why is it poor, Drizzy? Why is it poor? You got us hooked up to the damn digital actor world over here, whatever the hell it is, and it's poor. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I can't get good internet connection. But we're supposed to be sending shit to the moon and beyond. Mars. Yeah, okay. But I can't get good internet reception in Atlanta. Wonder how that's going to work. Well, Jamie, it'll bounce off that satellite there, and it'll ricochet onto that one over there, and careen off to that one over there. That's how they do it. Why can't they do that with my internet connection? To where I got good internet connection here in Atlanta, Georgia. Not the nether regions of space. Putin sends in the troops. Get your ass out of the Ukraine. I ain't lost nothing in the Ukraine. If Putin wants to get it back, let them take care of themselves. Let Europe take care of it. I'm tired of spending my money or y'all spending my money over there. Quit worrying about everybody else. Start worrying about what's going on over here. Oh, they don't want to do that shit. Hell no. Let's go right here and see what's going on in the news. We love Trump. Trump waves his supporters outside of Trump International Golf Club in the West Palm Beach video. Rhino, Arizona House Speaker Rusty Boyer files a run for Senate after turning on him. Well, guess what, Rusty? Ain't nobody gonna vote for your ass. Explicit images. Oh yeah, because you put that damn channel on there, showing them old dirty pictures. He hooked me up with something, vintage pictures or something, and it shows a bunch of old 1970 Playboy bitches. Bushy bushes. But he said they can show them on there because it's vintage. Hold on, what was that? Go back to that one. What was that? Go back to that. That right there, yeah. This is government health policy in one video. I say get your ass up against the wall. Let's see, let's do it right here. Let's see what they're saying. Where's that at? Oh, that's the potency. I don't like potency like that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that guy's hitting. That is the government health policy in one video. I don't think so. You get your hands off me and your bitch ass up there sitting like a girl. What he should do was snap married him over the top ring rope there. And the police think we're going to support that? I don't. And guess what, black folks? They do it to white people too. Hold on a minute, let's go back. Maybe Mike's watching. Maybe Mike's watching this. What color is that fella right there? That's white. Watch what the police do to it. The police don't just abuse black people. They abuse all of us. That's what I don't like. All right, just hold on a minute. Let me have the controls. Hold on just a second, and then I'll let you take back over and you do what you want to. I wanted to play that Queen Elizabeth. Apparently, she's been taking the ivermectin. What? Yeah, she's taking the ivermectin over there. You mean the horse dewormer paste? Yeah. That's what CNN said when Joe Rogan said he was taking it. Joe was taking the horse dewormer. Apparently the Queen of England's doing it. When are they going to call her out? I don't think they will. Please violently attacking a protester. Here's another one. Let's go back to the news channel side. Oh. Looks like they kneeing that fella. I wonder if he can breathe. I can't breathe. Don't look like they're
being arrested.
He's dropping knees on him.
Man being kneed there.
He's being kneed several times there. And all of these other cops that are standing around are just as guilty as that one dropping knees on them because they ain't stopping. Y'all pushing for something that you don't want. There's a whole lot more of us than there are of y'all.
Being arrested. Man being kneed there. It's terrible.
That newscaster didn't seem to be all upset. I wonder if that fella was black. If he'd have been black, they'd have been raised in teetotal hell. You can't need that black guy like that. But you can need a white guy. You can get down on a white guy. You want to. That's all you got to do. And we're just going through here looking at damn pictures. Breaking news. I said breaking. Super chats and also what? He's writing something, so let me get him finished so I can read. Oh, super chats and also tell him we're thinking of doing a member channel and doing a news show like daily, like we used to. He said 2 times a week. The hell with 2 times a week. They 7 days in a week, Drizzy. There's news that happens every single day. And we're going to bring it to you. As soon as we get over on the... Ashley, how you doing? Rick, what's up? Barbara. Who's got the COVID there, Tom? Who cares about the Winter Olympics? Not me. I want to know what happened to that girl that left America to go and participate for the Chinese and ended up being in last place. I wonder if she's going to try to come back. No. You give up your right to be over here. Take your happy ass back over to China. Stay away from Wuhan. Unless you like the bat soup. She'd probably be down there because she loves bat soup. 2 times a week for members only. What? You get a jacket? Says members only on it. Special news. And you get to hang out with Drizzy. Hang out with the live show. At least 2 times a week. Something Drizzy's planning in the future. Barbara. I mean, that's country girl Barbara Cook. Don't you forget it, Jamie. I won't forget it. Country girl, Drizzy's on here working. He's been drinking, though. He's been drinking hard this morning. That's right, 2 times only. We're going to be announcing it all later on. You got to tune in to find out. That's called a tease. We'll let you know at a later time. You got to tune in to find out. If you don't, you won't never know. Unless somebody gossips to you and tells you. It's raining tonight down here. It's raining up here there, Frank. What's really going on here? I don't know, Glenn. All right, just let me put that back down a little right there. The Kremlin published decrees ordering Russia's defense ministry to deploy troops to 2 Moscow-backed separatist territories in the Ukraine. That's coming out of the New York Times. I wouldn't wipe my ass with the New York Times. Why? Because of all the other bullshit they've been telling us. It's been lies. You can't trust none of the news media. None of them. They all lie. All this bullshit about Russia. They didn't invade the Ukraine when Trump was in the presidency, but they somehow managed to do it when Obama was in there and Biden. I thought Trump was Putin's puppet. That would have been the best time to come on in. If Trump was their puppet, he'd go, come on in, get to Ukraine, do what you want to over there. They didn't do it when he was in there. But they seemed to do it when when Obama. Remember Hillary went over there with the red button in the plastic? We're going to push a button right here, draw a red line in the sand. You remember that? I do. I remember it. Like Pepperidge Farms, I remember it. Uh-oh. This vintage photos, I couldn't show y'all that. Because YouTube would get on to me. Would YouTube get on to me for showing vintage photos? How do you know they're vintage? Because that old girl's got a bird's nest. Nowadays, they don't do it like that. Shameful. My grade eights asked me how many boyfriends I've had in my life, so I started counting. When I reached four, one kid shouted, "She made for the streets." Y'all seen that guy on does videos? She's for the streets. Talking about these girls. If your body count is in the 30s, you are for the streets. You don't need no girl like that. You better take your ass down to the church and get you one. Get out of the clubs. Where you pick them up, Jamie? I like to pick them up at Walmart. That's where I like to pick them up. On aisle 3. Down around the frozen food section. What? Yeah, it's got food in Walmart too now. She from the streets. Let's see. Most Americans think the New York Times is the gold standard of journalism. I don't.
The New York Times still matters more than anything. Tell us where it sits in the landscape.
They are at the center of everything. In terms of the mainstream media, legacy media, there is, we think of it as just the media. It's not just the media. It's the Pulitzer Prize. It's all the universities, academia, that are all paying attention. And of course, the world of policy and politics.
Right.
And I would say to an extent on both sides of the aisle, they are really, even in ways that they don't fully realize, they're not always conscious of, but they are sort of following this agenda that's being set by the New York Times. The New York Times is shaping the news agenda, it's shaping the policy agenda, it's shaping the reality around us because...
Remember how they was getting information from the FBI and all the leaks that was going on? You don't see no leaks going on with Durham. What's going on with Durham? Well, let's see. He's indicted Hillary Clinton's lawyer, saying that he paid people to spy on Trump. That's what they're saying. Allegedly. When you get a 3% raise, but inflation is at 7.5 right now. That don't seem to equal out. Inflation's going up. Why is that? Well, because you got too much money out there that they've been printing it. Remember when they was printing it and giving it to everybody? That's all out in the system now. So the system has to make the dollar less. You're paying for the same loaf of bread. Why does it cost us $17? That's called inflation. Because that money ain't worth as much as it used to be. It's the same bread. But the dollars ain't worth the same. Jim Psaki on Russia announcement, breaking the White House, President Biden will soon issue an executive order that will prohibit new investment, trade, and financing by U.S. persons to form or in the so-called DNR and LNR regions of the Ukraine. Whoopity-doo, unless you're Hunter Biden. Now, if you're Hunter Biden, you can go over and do all the business deals you want to. Joe can hop on a plane and go over and tell, you better get rid of that prosecutor right there. Because if you don't, I'm not going to give you $1 billion. That was the pay-for-play shit. Remember when they were trying to say Trump did that? We got video and audio of Joe Biden doing that exact thing. But nobody wanted to say nothing when Joe was doing it because they was all getting rich off of it. Pelosi, the Mormon guy out there, Romney, that's him. Biden and the big guy, because the big guy had to get his cut. The big guy being Joe, set up all them deals over there. Rich, what's up, Rich? How you doing? Didn't Trump print the money? No, it wasn't Trump printing money. Trump don't own no printing press. I've been doing his work. That's right. Jamie's been working. Some of us got to work for a living. Is that constitutional? I don't think so. They have a problem with the Constitution. They hate it. Who does? The communists up in Washington, the one that's infiltrated this country. They didn't invade us. They didn't invade the country. They didn't come across the borders and the shores and shit. They invaded all of our infiltrated all of our political parties, our school boards, our dog catchers. What do you mean, Jamie? I seen a dog catcher down there, had a Hitler mustache. And he was gassing them dogs. Mark Hamill. You remember old Mark Hamill? He was an actor. Still is an actor. See how that light's flashing? I don't know why that's flashing like that. But yeah, we need to listen to him. He's a damn actor. He's got to know what's going on. He's a movie star. A bunch of perverts out there in California. Bunch of perverts. Now here's a video right here I want to show y'all. And this is a lady at a school board meeting. And they didn't like her reading what she was reading and showing video or pictures off social media of one of the school board members without a mask. They cut her mic off and then said, "Get the sheriff up here, get her out here. Can I get a deputy?" Your ass needs to be voted off that board, lady. You're up there. You work for us. Y'all forget that. They need to be reminded.
Senate Bill 739, as you guys probably know, is going to be signed into law very soon. So we're taking the power out of your hands and putting it back with the parents, the way it should be. And it's very concerning that you guys would take the power away from the parents. And Ms. Cass, let me just point out real fast, when you were introducing the public address comment, you said, this is the time we get to hear from the students, from the staff, and from the community members. You didn't mention parents, not one bit. And I think that's a big issue for Montgomery County because you guys do not like the parents. That's how I feel. Because you're taking the choice away from the parents and you're trying to take it and put it into your hands for financial reasons. I don't know. You're taking it away from us, and we have parents' law. So I just wanted to point that out. We sat here last year and listened to you guys preach to us about Governor Northam's executive orders and how we must follow them. You guys remember that? We do. So here's the governor that comes into office, but yet you don't want to follow his orders. Why is that? Why is it different from the last year when we were here to this year?
Yeah, what's the difference?
2 different governors, 2 different political parties. So we were supposed to follow it last year, but not this year. That makes no sense. And it makes all of you a bunch of hypocrites, except for Dana and Jamie. Ms. Cass, you also yelled at me the last time I was here for taking off my mask, but here's a picture of you right here on Facebook with a crowd of people.
That's it.
With no mask on. This is my time, and I don't interrupt you. Here's another picture with you with a no mask on.
I'm sorry, Ms. Vaught, you are done.
The hypocrisy of me sitting around in a group with no mask on. I was holding my breath. Remember that guy out there in California took a picture with Magic Johnson? He said, I was holding my breath. Bullshit. You wasn't holding your breath. You was doing what you wanted to do because you think you better than anybody else. This lady brought it to the attention, and Miss on the bench up there got upset because she's pointing it out. She cuts the lady's mic off. Let's watch it.
If you are going to sit there and disparage a member of our school board, then you can sit down. If you have something effective to say,
I have facts and truth on my side.
I am not going to sit here.
This isn't about you anymore.
Can we have a police officer, please?
Can we get a police officer?
Yes.
Hold up a minute.
No, I'm not scared.
Get a police officer. I thought y'all wanted to fund the police all the time. Oh, it's until you need one to come in there with their jack boots on and run us up out of there. Well, check this out, Grandma. I paid for this damn building. My tax dollars did. Well, mine do too. No, they don't. You get a check, welfare recipient, bitch. Unless you got another job outside of here? Politician? Do you work somewhere else? No, I guess suck on the government tit.
I don't care. I would like you
you
to either
got something
talk
up there,
about
I say.
something. You can talk about something that is.
Hey, Barney Fife, turn your happy ass around and go back down there. This is my time to speak.
Concerns our school board.
Now, one of these ladies on the school board comes to her defense, and we're going to listen to that. And I'll be quiet.
Is there something about our students you would like to talk about? Then talk about our students.
You're taking up my time.
Can't you call it loud?
Can you please ask Ms. Vaught to leave?
No.
Thank you.
You can ask. I ain't going nowhere, bitch.
Okay.
Ms. Vaughn, let's let Larry have, let's let the rest of us talk.
Can I finish?
No.
So you are.
If you would like to finish about students, but if your idea is to stand there,
It's not about you
Huh?
anymore. Now
She
it's
should be
about
able to
my
say her
daughter. I'd like
piece.
to call him
I've had
out.
to listen to people come and criticize me.
people came here and
Last-
criticized you last year.
Absolutely. And I couldn't do anything about it.
Ashley?
And
As well as
publicly,
me.
I was
So
humiliated.
people came here and they talked about your mask to your face. They showed pictures of your family. They showed pictures of your.
Yeah, they
I
did
didn't put
worse.
pictures there. You did.
That doesn't make it right.
No, it
That
doesn't.
doesn't make it right, Jamie.
You're right, but I had to sit.
Those are my. That's my family. That is all. Then
I
fine.
posted all over social media.
I am not.
Our family is being suffocated to death.
I'm
by your
done.
policies.
I'm done.
She leaves or I leave.
I don't want you pointing the finger at me.
Time is up.
You can't deal with the truth. You don't get to deal with it.
It's not the truth, but that's not the issue.
You can have my seat.
We're coming for them. All of them.
Coming for you, all of you. Y'all gonna have to find some. Where you gonna go to work at? Karen? You can't call her Karen, Jamie. I just did. U.S. trucker convoy organizers say there will be giant boa constrictors squeezing, choking, and swallowing D.C. Oh, and this is another thing. Drizzy told me about this last night. I said, well, I ain't seen nothing about that. Ponzi schemer. Remember him, Ponzi schemer? Bernie Madoff? His sister and her husband were found dead from an apparent murder-suicide. You mean like Bob Saget? No, you remember Bob Saget? The autopsy report comes out. His skull was like crushed in. Fractures all in his skull. How'd that happen, Jamie? Probably somebody did it to him. He was laying in a bed. The cameras all over this damn hotel out there where Bob Saget was at, and they said he died in his sleep. Why is his skull fractured? We don't know about that. Well, won't you get your happy ass in there and investigate it there, Mr. Policeman? Hey, Rhonda. How you doing? What about Bob Saget? You know Bob Saget? The guy off of Full House. We had them two little girls, the cute little girls. Look at them now. Something happened to them girls. I wonder if Bob Saget was part of that. Put him on the list. Put him on the list. 26-year-old trans child molester gloats over a light sentence thanks to the Marxist D.A. Gaskin. Makes crude sexual remark about a 10-year-old victim in jailhouse phone call. He's not going to do well in jail. They don't like that sort of thing in there. Them fellas do not like child molesters for some reason. There's a code of conduct. Murderers, child molesters. They're on the bottom of the pecking order. He will get his justice. Bob Saget's family granted temporary order to block release of his death investigating records. Following his sudden passing. Kelly Rizzo and his three daughters, Aubrey, Laura, and Jennifer, filed a lawsuit against Orange County Sheriff John Mina and the District 9 Medical Examiner's Office over a month ago. The lawsuit is an effort to prevent the release of documents tied to Saget's death. What? Aaron Rodgers' engagement with a Russian figure skating? Oh, the hell that is. But they said his skull had fractures in it. You don't get that from laying down and dying in bed. That's not how you get a skull fracture. I got a bad one on the back of my head from a car wreck. Bad skull fracture. You can feel it. It's just a big knot back there. I still got a beautiful shaped head. Unless you're looking at right here, where I got the skull fracture. From the car wreck I was in back in 1988. So Bob Saget had to have done something. I also got hit in the eye right here with a softball. Fractured my eye socket. I've jumped on the bed 1,000,000 times. Landed on pillows. Never got no skull fracture from doing that. Sorry to hear about your dad. Rhonda, sorry to hear about your dad. She said she buried her dad yesterday. Sorry to hear about that. Buried mine 4 years ago. All right, so look. But that's what they said about Bob Saget. I don't know what got me talking about Bob Saget, but something did. Something got me talking about, what was it? Oh, this trans guy right here. It wasn't a trans guy. No, it was a Bernie Madoff thing. Sister and husband found dead in a murder-suicide. Now, Bernie Madoff was a Ponzi scheme guy, and he built people out of billions of dollars. All right, let's see what else we got. Self-isolation in England will no longer be legally required for people with the COVID. Why not? I thought this was a pandemic. Why can't you take people that's got the COVID, the Kung Flu virus, and put them away somewhere? Boris ain't doing that. Everything's changing now. All this information's coming out with the Pfizer and all that, with the vaccines that they did. They're not showing us the results. They wanted to keep that shit hid away for 75 years. Judge come out and said, nope, you can't do that. We need to see that evidence that y'all have. And it's not evidence yet, but we will be using it for evidence. We need to see the results of your testing to see what's going on in there. Why are y'all putting AIDS in the vaccine? That's a question. Why are y'all doing that? Does AIDS got some kind of miracle property that fights the COVID? Is that the case? Well, let me tell you this. I'd rather have the COVID than the AIDS. Now, the Fauci, some people call him Fauci, was tied into both of these things. He was tied into the AIDS epidemic, and he's tied into the Kung Flu virus. Right here in the middle. The lines, the detective lines, both go back to Fauci. Now, maybe we need to do some investigating on that. Huh? Do we have any law enforcement officers out? No, they're all up there beating on people that's peacefully protesting. They're all bust up to Canada so they can stomp on people's rights. Yeah, we're doing something about it there, Tommy. Don't vote for them bitches. To put somebody in there new. FBI knowingly, I've heard that word a lot. It used to be on this alphabet soup. Knowingly did this stuff. They knowingly lied on Trump. Knowingly. They knew it was a lie, and then they lied anyhow. Schiff, Nadler, and a whole bunch of them other ones. A lot of them in the news agency. When the Nuremberg trials happened, media people were put on trial for spreading misinformation to the public. I can't wait for this to happen. Knowingly ignored massive evidence of Democratic Party ballot trafficking operations in every major battleground state. Now they dare to tweet on election integrity. Now here we go. Dinesh D'Souza, 2,000 Mules. Go watch that video or that movie trailer. I've only seen the trailer. Haven't seen the movie. But you see this lady right here with her mask on the side? And she's got that cardboard pressed up against the window because she don't want you seeing what they doing in the background. This fellow right here with the red circle around him, this happened right here in Atlanta, Georgia. This is Ruby's buddy that pulled them suitcases, don't call them a suitcase, them containers out from up under this table. I got a hard strike for that shit, talking about that. I'm just telling you what I see. They run everybody out of that room except 4 people. And then they come to this table right here that's in the red circle. Pull up the skirt. Ooh, I wonder if they seen panties up under there. pulled up the skirt off of that table and pulled them containers out. Let me say containers because I said suitcases before and they said, just misinformation. So I'm going to call that a container. Full of ballots. Where'd they come from, Jamie? Don't know. Kyle Rittenhouse tweeted out, accountability is coming. He's supposed to be dropping something. He got a bunch of money from somebody. Like that Catholic kid. Sue them bitches into bankruptcy. That's what I would do. Yep, but fair elections are the foundation of the U.S. democracy. Foreign influence in our elections won't be tolerated. Well, this is China. And the FBI will continue to work with local government and private sector partners to disrupt and expose any attempts to erode confidence in the U.S. electoral system. The FBI sucks. Should be disbanded, along with the CIA. I seen that's good guys at the bottom, Jamie. Bullshit. Just like them cops who was standing around watching that guy get kneed by that other cop. That's what I think about all the FBI agents that's out there. They're good guys. No, they're not. They sit back and watched all this bullshit. Our bosses. Well, then you should have walked in your boss's office and put cuss on him. Shame on you. Seen it with our own eyes. I seen it with my own eyes. We did a show on it. And then I remember that lady that was sitting up in there going, what are you, that was debunked. When did y'all get this information? Last night. So how's it debunked there, miss, doing all your bullshit? Karen. I love calling them Karen too. It makes them mad. Now this is a good video this morning. It's a NASCAR fan. Let's hear what he's got to say.
All of our names on here, but I'm gonna bust it and see.
NASCAR fan, you are epic.
Live with us. How about this gentleman right here? Right here, my friend. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good.
What are you gonna sign on that finish line?
What do you think I'm gonna sign? I'm gonna sign fuck Joe Biden.
Sorry about that. That was live. That's the risk we have here when we broadcast live from the track.
I am dead.
Family here. I love the American flag shirt. What are you gonna sign on the checkered line?
I just did. Would you like to see what I wrote?
Well, just tell me. Is it clean?
It's not clean.
Fuck Joe Biden. Live on Fox.
F Joe Biden. What? Let's go, Brandon. F Joe Biden. Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh, Drizzy's pulling up something on the page over here. It must be something great. That he's interrupting a news story right in the middle of a news story. This is like I'm reading a teleprompter and breaking news comes out. This just in. This just in. Desktop audio way too loud. Yeah, way too loud. This just in. He fixed it. Well, thank you, Drizzy. What's he doing? What's he doing?
It amplifies the message, or its message gets amplified by the rest of the media. And we're talking about thousands and thousands of other outlets who syndicate their content, who license their content, publishing industry people who spread these ideas.
Is that good? I reckon he was testing that. I reckon he was testing that. Columbia High School court decriminalizes abortion. Women now have the right to terminate a pregnancy through the 24th week. Yay, let's kill babies. Oh, let's kill babies. I'm so happy I can kill a baby. Why don't you get your ass put on birth control? Why don't you do that? Why don't you make your boyfriend put on a rubber? I can't do that. He won't listen to me. We don't give him no loving. Uh-oh. Queen Elizabeth battles, and that Queen Elizabeth video this morning And like at the 19-second mark, it showed what she was taking. It's called stromatol. Stromectol. They took it off that video because they don't want people to know.
They call it on their own website.
They don't want people to know that ivermectin's a good thing for you. Same thing with HCQ, hydroxychloroquine. You talking about a thing to give people from malaria? Yeah. Well, they said it was deadly. Well, they had to retract that shit because they was lying to you. Because they didn't want you to be able to. Oh, that's gonna be trials for that shit too. Imagine all the people that died from the pandemic that could have been saved if you would allowed them to take the HCQ. And y'all bitches come out and said, that's deadly. We've been giving it to people for years, 30 or 40 years. I remember them talking about malaria and shit back in old movies. I go over to the jungle, I gotta take malaria pills because the mosquitoes will bite you and give you the malaria. I always thought about mosquitoes giving you AIDS. That's what I thought about. Back when the AIDS epidemic was real big when I was young, you get it from blood. What about mosquitoes? If he bites this guy over here and he's got the AIDS and he don't get full, the guy said, and the mosquito flies off. He said, I'm still hungry. And he comes over here to this new fella, and this guy ain't got the AIDS. And he jabs his needle nose down in his arm. I always thought he could be transmitting AIDS like that. That's what I always thought. Apparently that's not so, according to the doctors. What? You tell junkies not to be sharing needles? What's the difference between his nose, his little beak thing that he shoots down in somebody's arm, than a needle that a junkie uses? What's the difference? Well, Jamie, you're crazy. Well, I'm as a Betsy bug. This guy was on Joe Rogan, and I think they took it. Broadcaster Majid Nawaz is trending today following his comments on Joe Rogan's podcast about the WEF, the World Economic Forum, and the rise of authoritarianism. Now, there was also in the parliamentary in Canada, they were talking up there, and this guy come in and said something about Klaus Schwab infiltrating the parliament, and they cut his microphone off. And the guy jumped up and said, well, we couldn't really hear what he was saying. I heard everything he was saying. What are you talking about? You cut him off because you didn't want him telling people. That guy's probably sleeping with the fishes right now.
They call it on their own website, they call it the Great Reset. That's what they say themselves.
They call it the Great Reset. Back in the day when we talked about that shit, they said a conspiracy theory. Funny, all these conspiracy theories are coming to be true. What do you call that? Conspiracy fact.
Yeah, that's a bizarre thing to do, to openly. Why do you think they openly discuss it that way? And openly, because the Great Reset has always been this gigantic conspiracy theory among the online folks. Like, this is all part of the Great Reset. Well, when he wrote a fucking book called The Great Reset, you're like, hey, man, shouldn't you be hiding this?
And in 2017 at Harvard, he's saying, we're going to basically, all of these world leaders will penetrate their cabinets with our young global leaders. He's open about this. He's open. Blair's open. During the Iraq War, Blair tried to bring in ID cards in Britain. He failed. Now he's back, and he's trying to bring in digital ID during COVID, right? So they're open about it.
So this is going to be this never-ending process to slowly move the goalposts
towards more and more authoritarianism. Checkpoint society. It's all there. They've told us this.
People have to realize this,
They
right?
tell you
this
exactly what they're going to do. It's up to you to discern it. But they tell you. Oh, play that.
President, what we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of
What are you doing? Oh, he's pacing something.
President of Argentina and so on. that we penetrate the cabinets. So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are for our actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
That right there. Listen.
Question commentaire, question.
Yeah, that one.
Question commentaire.
What are you doing?
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Oshawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I listened to my colleague's speech. I had a constituent that wanted me to ask a question about outside interference to our democracy. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum, and he bragged how his subversive WEF, World Economic Forum, has, quoted, infiltrated governments around the world. He said that his organization had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet. And I was wondering, in the interest of transparency, could the member please name which cabinet ministers are on board with the WEF's agenda? My concern is the deputy.
Order. I know that the member was in a really good question there, but the audio is really bad and the video is really bad as well.
What?
And I
Could y'all hear
apologize.
him?
I don't know if the member.
Could y'all hear that guy? I heard him perfectly clear. What's this ass hat right here talking about? I guarantee you this is one of the members that he's talking about that's tied in with that world economic shit.
Okay, let's try again. The honourable member for Timmins James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, that member was promoting open disinformation. That's not debate. We have to call out disinformation.
We'll get into debate again.
That guy right there is another one.
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Lambton, Kent, Middlesex.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I'm just thank you to my honourable colleague for her speech. I'd like to ask her specifically, because you talked about how this piece of legislation does not.
See how they shut that guy down that was asking the questions that really need to be asked? How many people in this cabinet go along with that? Because you just heard Klaus Schwab tell you that over half of the cabinet leans toward their way of thinking. Okay, well, let's find out who these people are. How much money are y'all giving them to go your way? Because we need them out of here. Same thing here in America. Pelosi, Schumer, and it's not just the Democrats. Republicans too. And if you're all part of that shit, see ya. Wouldn't want to be. Hold on, I'm getting word now. Hold on. It's coming in. Yes. Yes. I got you. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Sip in. Thought it was serious. Sip in. What's up, girl? Kent. What y'all doing? All right. Rhino Cassie. Cheryl Wright is watching. Cheryl, have you learned anything today? Rich, how about you? Still around quiet, right? What? All right. So we're going to wrap this up. This was a test run today. But we will be making some announcements on doing the show. Drizzy said at least 2 times a week for members only. 2 times a week. At least that many. Wireless earbuds. Yeah, I got a set of wireless earpods. What are you talking about? Do you not think I can afford some wireless earpods? They're rich. I like these right here. These are great. I love these. They're cumbersome and they get stuck on shit all the time. These don't have the sound quality of these. And these you got to charge up. I don't do nothing but plug this into my damn phone and plug it into my ear and I can hear everything just great. Hold on a minute. I got some. Yeah. We're special. Rich, Carol, how you doing? Well, we'll start this back up and we'll get back into the game. He had something posted on there. I don't see what he said. He took it down before I could read it. Probably something dirty. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it, Drew. I played it. He's drinking again. Yeah, I played it, Drizzy. Drizzy, I played it. He might be on delay. Sing to you. What you want me to sing to you there, Frank? Oh, it was Frank's birthday the other day. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, dear Frank. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy birthday, Frank. That was to Frank. It was his birthday the other day. It was also somebody else's birthday on here the other day. I seen it I think I sang during the game because I seen them talking about their birthday. Frank, bring your ass over to the game and do a thumbs up. I'm doing great, Kevin. How you doing? Come over to the game, Frank, and do a thumbs up. All right, we're finna wrap this up for today. Appreciate all y'all being here. We had fun. It's always great fun talking about shit. So remember to what? I know. I just get so caught up in it, Drizzy. I don't click back and forth. Flat Earth, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty fine. What's up?
Argentina, what we are very proud of now is the young generation.
Which one is that?
You seem to love visiting WikiLeaks, don't you?
No, I don't like WikiLeaks. They lie.
Well, as a precaution, we have a special function that switches on a webcam whenever anyone visits our webpage.
All right.
I guess somewhere between the Guantanamo Bay Manual and Iraq war documents, you decided to masturbate.
All the time. I can't stop touching myself.
Hey, so we just want to know what turned you on the most.
Your voice.
Okay, I see. You're probably not going to tell
Touching
me.
myself now.
I have other ways I can find out.
Okay. I just told you.
You've been pranked.
I ain't been pranked. What are you talking about? I pranked you, bitch. All right. Thank you for being over here. We'll see y'all later on. Kevin, Frank, Cassie, Valerie. We will see all of y'all later on. We're going to wrap this show up. Drizzy's got to do some stuff to get me back on the gaming side. Mark, what's up? Deck party. What the hell? All right. We will see y'all. Valerie. Frank, bring your ass over and click the thumbs up. We'll see all y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Later. Drizzy, just stop it like normal. Go to the ending scene. That's what we're going to do. Go to the ending. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one. Later.